Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new Trains Are Awesome video. I am Tom and I am in Philadelphia. Specifically, I am in Philly's Chinatown. And we're gonna ride a transit line today, as usual. Philadelphia's transit has been in the news a lot recently, mostly negative with the budget cuts that are looming. But today I want to talk about something positive because there's a new train station that opened here in Philadelphia. Of course, I'm talking about Franklin Square Station right behind me. Franklin Square, not far from the SEPTA Chinatown station, is served by PATCO, the train that runs from Philadelphia across the Delaware River into New Jersey. I've done a video about PATCO before, but back then Franklin Square Station was not open yet. It opened a few weeks ago. I thought about going there opening day, instead decided to come to Philadelphia on a day that I had more time. So we're gonna check out what Franklin Square Station is like on a normal day. So as a station that is pretty much on the on-ramp to a major bridge, the walkability isn't perfect, but it's not bad. And then you've got this bike share here. Franklin Square Station, served by the PATCO train between Philadelphia and New Jersey, officially opened on April 3rd, 2025. And from the entrance, you can get on the bus in one direction. The 47, the other direction, is a few streets over. But it's a very nice entrance, so let's go inside. First things first, we need to buy a ticket. Fares are distance-based, but for the short hop across the river that I plan to make, a ride will only cost $1.40. I think that's one of the lowest rail fares in the country. The station has maps updated to show Franklin Square on them. Large screens show the schedule of trains for the entire day. An interesting choice. The street entrance is bright and spacious, thanks to its use of glass, LED lighting, and a tall ceiling. It's so quiet here, but I have my ticket, so let's go through the gates. On the outside, there's a green roof. A key part of its construction was the improvements that were made to accessibility. But 2 months after opening, and it looks like the elevator is out of service. Hopefully I just came on a bad day. We will take the escalator down. So right here is where new meets old. Upstairs, it's glass, it's light, it's modern, clean. Down here, it's your more classic old subway feel. And that's because this actually isn't a new station. Franklin Square has been around for a long time. It just hasn't always been open. The station first opened in 1936, when the original Bridge Line opened between Philly and Camden. However, due to extreme low ridership, it closed in 1939. It reopened in 1952, just for a few months when the ferry service across the river was shut down, and then it opened for just one day in 1969, when the Bridge Line became the PATCO Speedline. And the last time it opened again was in 1976 for the United States Bicentennial. That didn't last very long either. It closed again in 1979. However, PATCO kept maintaining the station so that it could one day reopen, and now it has. But why? Well, because the area around the station has been developed a lot, with more homes and businesses around. 46 years ago, the ridership wasn't there, but today, hopefully there is. You know, I have to say it's really nice, especially when you factor in how old the station is. They even have phone chargers, although a guy was telling me they haven't been turned on yet. Now, why is the distance between the platforms so big? Well, it's because these tracks are unapproached to the Ben Franklin Bridge, and they run on opposite sides of the bridge, so that's why there's so much space in between. The maps inside have been updated with Franklin Square and the SEPTA Metro symbols, but otherwise they retain their clunky graphic design. Our train is crossing the Delaware River from Pennsylvania to New Jersey. PATCO is a separate agency from SEPTA, who runs the majority of transit in Philly. It is operated by the Delaware River Port Authority. The line opened in 1936, like I said, as the Bridge Line, and in 1969 it was significantly upgraded and renamed to PATCO. It is one of the first transit lines in the world to use automatic train operation. I have a dedicated video on PATCO where I talk about the history in much greater detail. Make sure to check it out. Alright, that was Franklin Square. Like I said, I really like how it combined new and old. I'm here in the middle of the day, so I actually have no idea what it's like in terms of usage, but I'm sure that something like that will only continue to grow. And of course, the trip across the river is always a lot of fun. Now, to go back, I was going to take the ferry, but I just missed it, and I don't really want to spend an hour in Camden. But as luck would have it, the River Line is coming, and it'll let me transfer to the Atlantic City Line, and I've never been on the Atlantic City Line, so that'll be fun. But that's a video for next week. So stay tuned and subscribe to Trains Are Awesome if you haven't already. Also, this Saturday I'll be releasing a video from a country never featured before on the channel. I can't wait to share it with you. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.